She was interested. You could feel it, the way she looked at you, the way the conversation kept going, the way she was there. And then you waited. You wanted to be sure. You didn't want to come on too strong. You wanted to read the room first, and by the time you were ready to say something, she was already gone. Here's the part nobody ever explains about why. Think about the last time this happened. The conversation was good. The energy was real, and then it came. The moment where you could have said something. You could have been clear. You could have been direct. But instead you held back. You told yourself you were being smart, playing it cool. Here's what no one is telling you. She didn't experience your silence as confidence. She experienced it as ambiguity. And in a world where she has 15 other conversations running in her pocket right now, ambiguity gets archived. Here's where this gets dangerous, because you weren't being mysterious, you were being unreadable. And there is a world of difference between the two. Most men have been trained to hide their intentions, drop hints, test the water, wait for a green light before showing any color. And here's what that actually signals to her. Not strategy. Fear. The man who hints instead of speaks is a man who doesn't trust himself enough to say what he actually wants. And she can feel that. She can't always name it, but she feels it. Like a sentence that never finishes. Like a hand that reaches out and then pulls back. You didn't protect yourself by staying vague. You leaked the one thing you were trying to hide. Now here's where this gets more complicated. We are living in the most distracted era in human history. She is not sitting quietly wondering about you. She's getting notifications. She's getting stories, messages, matches, requests. She is navigating a constant stream of people who all want something from her, and none of them will say what it is. Ask yourself this honestly. In that world, what does a man who waits for a signal actually look like? Not mysterious. Background noise. The algorithm does not reward patience. It rewards presence. And clarity is the most direct form of presence a man can offer. Here's something most men miss completely. There is a man she has encountered, maybe once, maybe twice in her life, who just said what he meant. Not aggressively, not desperately, calmly, directly. Without flinching, he said, "I find you interesting. I'd like to take you to dinner." And she didn't feel pressured. She felt something she almost never feels in the digital era. She felt chosen, not by an algorithm, not by the path of least resistance, by a man who decided, clearly and without apology, that she was worth saying something real for. That is the power of being known. And most men are so afraid of rejection that they never give a woman the chance to actually choose them. Now here's where everything flips. Let me show you what this actually looks like in real life. Most men think clarity is risky. They think, if I say what I want, I could lose her. Here is the reversal. You cannot lose what you have never claimed. What you are protecting by staying vague is not a relationship. It's a fantasy. The grounded man does something different. He clear codes. He doesn't hint. He doesn't wait for permission to be direct. He doesn't drop breadcrumbs. He says, calmly, clearly, without apology, "Here is who I am. Here is what I'm looking for. You get to decide if that's for you." Not as a demand, not as a performance, as a statement of character. And here's what happens when a man does that in a world full of men who won't. She doesn't feel pressured. She feels relieved, because she has been waiting, surrounded by hints and mixed signals and men who won't say what they mean, for someone to just be real. Clear coding is not about being bold for the sake of it. It is the natural expression of a man who knows who he is and respects her enough to tell the truth. That is what sets him apart. Not tactics, character. Stop waiting for the signal. You are not a detective looking for evidence that it's safe to be yourself. You are a man with something to offer, and the right person will recognize that. But only if you give her the chance. When you hide your intentions to protect your ego, you are not being strategic. You are asking her to choose a man she cannot yet see. Clear coding is not about guaranteed outcomes. It is about showing up as someone worth choosing, and then letting her choose. The man who speaks clearly is not more vulnerable than the man who stays quiet. He is more honest. And in this era, honesty is the rarest currency a man can spend. Most men will get to the end of this and still wait for a signal. That's not you. If you're done translating hints and hoping she reads between the lines, If you're ready to be the man who actually says what he means, drop a comment right now. I am clear. Let the community see who is stepping into this. Subscribe if you're building something real from the inside out. And if you have a brother sitting on a message right now, afraid to send it, send him this first. Stay grounded. Stay clear. I'll see you in the next one.